Hey guys, what is going on? It is Dunbar Snack Bar here with NCAA 13. We've got some Road to Glory mode with Teddy Crocker. Now, with the way things are going here, you guys know that I am going to be playing the entire high school season. Why? Because it's fun, and I like being able to go through it, because you can build up your guy, I think, a lot better when you go ahead and you play all of the high school weeks. But anyway, this is going to be Compton's first week away from home, so we'll see how things go in this. Whenever you play high school, things are a lot easier too, and as a running back, which is what Teddy Crocker is, almost every single play is a running play. So with it on a much easier level than what you typically see, I'm having some fun with this. I mean, I'm rocking it, but that's okay. Like I said, it helps me be able to build myself up, be able to choose from some other schools here, and go to a good team. But anyway, breaking 3 tackles right here. We end up getting the first down. That's not too bad for Teddy Crocker here as we're in the opening drive of the game here for us. Now, I thought it was going to be kind of tough to be able to differentiate the two teams because we go with like a navy blue and then we go with a lighter blue. The other team goes with a lighter blue and like a black. So I thought it'd be kind of hard to differentiate the two of us, but not so much here. Luckily, the helmets are different colors. But anyway, super excited too. I know there are a good number of Nebraska fans that are on here, but the new uniforms that we're going to be having here this year against Wisconsin, which is our first home conference game, those uniforms got released. And that's a big deal because one of the things that I love about Nebraska is there's so much tradition at the university. And I know some of the hardcore traditionalists aren't going to like the new uniforms because they're very, very different than what we have right now. But personally, I like it. I mean, I'm glad that we get, 1 week out of the year where we get to mix it up and have the different uniforms because, it's a big, big selling point, I think, in recruiting for some people. Because if you think about it, last year with Maryland's uniforms, I thought they were actually atrocious. But people were talking about Maryland, and how many people really do talk about Maryland during college football season? Really not too much. I mean, they've got a decent team, don't get me wrong here, but I found myself talking about them a lot more than I would any other season because of the uniforms. So it kind of puts you in the spotlight a little bit, and if those, if they got that attention because of poor uniforms, imagine what great uniforms are going to do. I mean, I know some people here, this is probably not the best judgment to go off of, but a lot of people that I know who like Oregon think that their uniforms are pretty sweet, and that's one of the things that really make them enjoy watching Oregon on TV, is just to kind of see what uniforms they're going to have. So we're not at that point, of course. I don't think that Nebraska should be there, but the fact that we get one uniform here that's a little bit different to be able to wear during the year is pretty sweet. Helmet's got to be my favorite part because on everything from the belt on up, everything that is normally white is now black. So we've got a black helmet with the red end on there. That looks pretty sweet. And then we got stripes on the jersey that are normally white. Now they're black. And this was a little different, but on the front where you normally have numbers, there's a giant N there. And then on the, I believe it was, is it the left shoulder? I think it is the left shoulder. That's where the numbers are. So that's a big, big shift from what you normally see. But that's okay. I think it's cool. I hope more teams will kind of get into the groove and kind of go with some different uniforms every now and then, too. I know it's really starting to pick up, but if Nebraska's going to do it, I think a lot of teams are going to start doing it as well here. But anyway, kind of getting into the game here. You see we are in the second quarter. I am up 7-0 here right now. And I'm getting really, really close to that end zone here. Maybe we'll be able to get another touchdown out of Teddy Crocker. Right now, I'm just a 2-star running back here, so if I were to have things end right now, probably wouldn't have a great choice of teams to be able to go to. But if I can keep winning here, I'll go up to 5 stars. I'll have a lot more teams interested in me. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put everything to a vote as to what school that I should go to. I did it last year. Oregon ended up winning. But I didn't get to complete it because of getting married and everything like that here. So I'm definitely going to want to complete this series here. I have a bad habit of starting some and then not finishing them because I don't think too far ahead. So I got to go ahead and finish this one. Maybe I'll start up another one here, but you got Madden coming just a couple weeks down the road here. So then there's another game I'm going to have to be playing. make a lot of commitments here, and I'm having a tough time being able to keep all of them here with the games. But you guys know I'm a sports commentator first, so that's going to be where my priorities are. So I'll try to see what I can do here to make sure that I go all the way through with Teddy Crocker here. And like I said, maybe somebody else. That'll be kind of cool. And I don't know. I didn't really hear anything on this from you guys, but I know you can't import draft classes anymore from NCAA into Madden. Do you guys know if you can import, though, your Road to Glory guys into Madden as well? That'd be kind of fun here. Now, oh, man. Oh, we got the touchdown here, so I guess that's all right. I was hoping that the computer would end up throwing it to me, but I guess that's all right. That's going to make it a 21-0 lead here, though. My defense is doing just a phenomenal job at holding the opposing team. So I really can't complain right now. A 21-0 lead here as we're going to hit the locker room here in just a little bit. Just running straight out. Oof. That one would have been right to me. I could have got a lot of yards off of that one here, but that's okay. Under 30 seconds here now. Get that little push right there at the end. But I don't like this. Passing's tough. Sure, now you throw it to me, and the computer intercepts that here. Now they got plenty of green in front of him here. He's going to end up making it to the end zone. And so it's going to be a 21-7 game now. So not exactly how I want to have the end necessarily half here, but that's okay. We still have the 14-point lead. I guess it's not going to end here. We got 2 seconds left. Last play. I know I'm supposed to just move over there, but if I can draw a defender off, going deep, making the catch, getting a little spin here. Got some blockers here, and we've got a touchdown right before the half ends. We're looking at 28-7. So I guess it's okay that we let them score a touchdown because with 2 seconds left, we go ahead and we score. Not only that, but because we did go ahead and kick at the beginning of the game, we do get a chance to receive. We could get a quick 14 points here on the board. So not too bad. Teddy Crocker doing all right here in this game. Like I said, whenever you got the high school games, they are a lot easier than what I'm going to see at the college level. So, I don't know. I'm kind of enjoying a little bit of fun right here. Getting those extra yards and those big plays over and over. I guess it's building some of my confidence here, but don't expect it to last. 4th and inches on that one here, and the computer's going to have to go ahead and kick it. So 2:28 in the third quarter is all that is left here for us. And we do have a 14-point lead. You can see the computer sweet spin right there. Computer did get another touchdown, so it is a 14-point lead right now. So it's pretty important for me that I go ahead and score because by playing only 5-minute quarters, every drive is important here from here on out. I got to make sure I go ahead and get the first down right here. 3rd and 3, a little pitch to the outside here. Not able to cross the line here, only pick up 1. We're looking at 4th and 2 now, which means I punt. So let's cross our fingers here. Yep, works out well for us here because the computer does not get a touchdown. We're still got the 14-point lead. And then I'm loving that feature here that allows you to be able to slow time down because that allows me to be able to see what holes are going to show up, who's coming from where. And, you know, if I hold it long enough here, that reaction time feature can be used for me to go ahead and spin at the right time or whatever it may be here. But in the Wildcat formation, we really don't go anywhere. Computer picks up that it's going to be a running play, as is often the case here from the Wildcat formation. We end up losing 2 on that one. So now this time I'm off to the side of the quarterback here. That was just my fault. I probably should have gone with the reaction time feature right here to prevent me from being stopped right there. All right, so things are looking good for us here. I'm not too worried about this or most of the games that take place during the week here for Compton. I'm just kind of wondering if I'm going to be able to win the championship. I don't think I did win the championship last year in Road to Glory mode. I can't remember. But anyway, a little screenplay here. Got to let the computer do its own thing. Not able to get the throw off in time. I could have gotten a lot of yards off of that. Maybe looking at a 35-14 game here if I was able to do it. But 4:04 here, we're going to be going with a pitch out to the right side. Computer getting me here behind the line once again. My defenders, I had a few that are supposed to be rolling out with me here, but there ended up being only one. Granted, I could have done a little bit better, but that's all right. So here we go with the Wildcat formation once again, and a flag on the play. The time that it was thrown leads me to believe this is holding. Ooh, offside. I'll take that. 2nd and 6 here now. And going with the counter play ends up working well. Got some defenders. that kind of get around me here at the same time. Got to give some credit to the blockers here for allowing me to be able to pick up at least this many yards here, propelling us to a position here where it puts the computer just in a bad situation all around, because I can start running the clock down. Computer is probably going to start having to call timeouts here pretty soon. I love that. I wish I would have gotten away from that defender, because that would have been first down for us here as well, rather than a 1-yard pickup. All right, so 2nd and 9 here, holding down that feature here, getting 7 yards on this one. So 3rd and 3, not too far away here. So still building up the reaction time using it. I usually don't use it that much when I run to the outside, because it seems like when you run to the outside, you have a picture here for a little bit longer on what's going to be forming. So you'll be able to see how many defenders are over on that side versus how many blockers that you have. Stuff like that. But anyway, 2:20-ish left here as I hit the ground. 2nd and 11, so we end up losing 1. I guess I would be okay with the field goal at this point. I'm not necessarily enthused about it, but if I can't get the first down, I'll go ahead and settle for that. But wow, able to break that first tackle, and that's what allowed me to be able to get the first down, is just getting those few extra yards. So Compton still on a roll here at this point. Handoff to Teddy Crocker, who makes it to the first down marker here. I'm going to try and run to the outside here as we are about ready to hit the 2-minute mark. Got a lot of room in front of me here, but why not go for the little dive and kind of rub it in on the computer here? I think it's fun. I used to do that on every single touchdown that I could, just do some kind of dive to celebrate. But I'll keep that tradition alive a little bit. But Teddy Crocker is super cocky, so I wouldn't put him past him for him celebrating here. But this is going to go ahead and be the end of the game as we go ahead and kneel the ball. There's really no point for you guys to see anything else, but we do come away with the win, 35-14. So we end up going 3-0 here on the season thus far. Remember, this is the regular season here of Compton High School's, I guess, moment of fame here on NCAA 13. Teddy Crocker propelling the team to another victory. That's going to give me a little bit of a boost here in the recruiting market, and I'll be kind of excited to see who we end up going with. This week I had some Pac-12 teams to go with. There was Oregon State, Washington, and Oregon, and yes, I went with Oregon. So I'm pretty excited about that. But anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. More to come here pretty soon from Teddy Crocker. This is a ton of fun. So really, more to come. But anyway, thank you again so much. And as always, you guys, I hope you have a good one.
Thank you for attending today.